Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of What If Deku was the ring. That's another video. Welcome to another What If. And welcome to the video of What If Deku was the reincarnation of God himself. I was gonna put himself, but why? That's just gonna make the title even longer. But other than that, basically, let's just get into the lore. So basically, God was actually a pro hero back in the ancient times. He was the most OP hero, but his power, he could literally create anything he wanted with just a thoughts. He has every single quirk imaginable. He has one for all for one, icy hot, Bakugo explosions, the Pinocchio quirk, which I will probably put a picture of that right about now. Hold on, let me show you guys. This guy right here. You see him in front of Izuku right there. I'll call him Pinocchio. Look at Bakugo. Look at Bakugo. Okay, let's just get to the what if. Alright, and let's just get to the what if. So basically he is so powerful that all the villains ganged up and eventually tried to kill him. It still didn't work until one day he got sick from having so much quirks built inside of him, and he can. Oh, I forgot to mention this also. He can also give people quirks, take away their quirks, like fix their quirks, like have no drawbacks, enhance their quirks, just everything. Even change people's quirks and birth disabilities. Like let's just take Tokoyami for example. Basically, Tokoyami has a bird for a head. Deku could, well, not Deku. That guy could easily just fix it to a normal head, and he'll still have Dark Shadow, which I'm gonna do in the future. Poor Tokoyami. He's just gonna be vibing, and then Deku's just gonna be like, "Snap, have a normal head now." What? Okay, let's just skip past that and get to the actual what if. Heavy breathing. Do you hear that? Deku responds, "Yes. I think it's time, oh my, to get rid of him. Once and for all. Once and for all." Oh my, this is not a time to be joking. Sure, Deku. Okay, Deku. Now. Deku screams, "Texas! Smash!" Deku falls, gets kicked to the ground by All For One. All Might screams his name, and as Deku looks at All For One tries to take One For All. But when he realizes he can't, all hope is lost for All For One. He can't even use his quirk. Deku. Deku. Finish it! Deku wakes up in his bed in a pool of sweat. Did I just dream with All Might? Deku wakes up in a pool of sweat, like I already mentioned. He asked himself, "Did I have a dream about All Might and me? But who's the guy wearing all black?" Deku's mom calls his name. Izuku, it's time for breakfast. Deku gets up, getting ready for school. His mom asks him if he wants anything to eat while she's holding his plate in his hand and looks at Deku and drops the plate. She asks him if she's okay, but she isn't because Deku was literally walking around the house with glowing white eyes and a halo. Goku asks his mom if she's seen a ghost, and she says yes. Look at the mirror. Deku looks at the mirror and sees this and asks himself, "Did I awaken my quirk?" Actually, he has. Deku wonders what his quirk is, so he goes to the doctor. They say his quirk is actually an ancient quirk. Must have been reincarnation. Do you have any family that has a fire breathing quirk? And he says yes. Well, Deku has that quirk as well. Did your family have a fire type quirk? She says yes, the fire breathing. She says, can your son manipulate gravity? He says yes, that's my quirk. It does. does an example for a quirk, and he says, "Can your son create? Does you have anybody in your family that has ice?" And she says, "No." Well, he has that quirk too. It seems like he has every single quirk imaginable. The doctor's smiling sinisterly. Sinisterly? Is that what you said? The doctor just smiles evilly. The doctor looks at Deku and says, "Let's do some test. First, take this tube and stick it in your arm." But Deku says, "I have a feeling that you're lying about that. I feel like you're just trying to take my quirk." When Deku says this, the doctor is shocked and says, "Little boy, would I seriously want to take your quirk?" Deku says, "I don't believe you, but I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna. I. I. I know I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna do my own quirk test. Let's go." Deku, Deku's mom is actually surprised. You on? Surprised. She is surprised of what Deku has done. She looks at Deku and says, "Deku, you just you was wow." I know I was wrong, but still. One day while Deku's training with his quirk, this would be a few days before he actually encounters a few. This will actually be a month before he encounters the sludge villain. Deku will just get back from school, and he'll see All Might talking to a man. He would say, "Oh, All Might." He would know what to do. He goes up to All Might and tells him, "Can we talk?" Shut the door behind you, please. Okay, thanks. Um, Deku says, "Oh, All Might, All Might!" It screams at the top of his lungs. Everybody wondering who's how's this kid know All Might. All Might's like, "Hello, young man, who are you?" Deku says, "All Might, I have to talk to you. It's very important. It's about. I can't talk. I don't know what to say. Just come with me." All Might flies away on top of a building. Everybody being in shock, wondering who this kid is talking to All Might. Everybody says, "Wow, that kid must be really close to All Might. What if he's like a secret love child or something like that?" Everybody says laughing, "All Might having a love child at his age?" All Might's not that old, which shocks everybody when they say this. He's like, "Oh, Might's not even that old," and then it's such a big debate. Deku says he had a dream about a man called All for One, and me and you were fighting, and he was trying to take a court called One for All. All Might is shocked. He's like, "You have One for All?" And he says, "I guess I have my quirk. It allows me to have every single quirk." Oh my, says, being shocked, says, "Young, what is your name?" He says, "My name is Izuku Midoriya." He says, "Young Midoriya, you are special. Please help me with something. Take out this one for I goal. I said one for I. All for one guy. All for one." He says yes. And then he starts training every day with All Might. Eventually, he gets All Might. Eventually, All Might shows him the basis of One for All, and Deku easily learns it. But he still breaks his hands, breaks his bones when he does this because his body's not ready. Deku eventually gets ready for the entrance exam until basically until he trains with basically until the entrance exam happens. Deku and the others would actually start the entrance exam, Deku being 100% confident. Deku blitzes in front of everybody, surprising everybody, kicks a one-pointer robot, destroying it into nothing. Deku grabs another one, conjures up into a little chicken, not like a metal chicken, and then it easily destroys it. Everybody's surprised. Bakugo's like, "Where did this quirk come from? Deku?" And everybody is surprised seeing how fast and strong he is. Deku eventually gets a whole bunch of points and then eventually stops. His body, he basically stops his body basically stops from exerting his quirk. Deku takes a minute and then calms down, and then eventually lets other people destroy the robots until the big zero pointer comes and attacks everybody. Uraka still gets saved by Deku, but Deku, using one for all, with it in his legs, it destroys it. Unlocking shoot style way earlier, since All Might would train with Deku stronger. And Deku would eventually learn how to recreate, like, refigure stuff. And All Might would show Deku his wound. And All Might would say, "This is what's causing me to stop fighting. I'm slowly. I'm dying, okay?" Deku says, I can try to fix this. But All Might tells him, "Don't touch it. It's gonna get worse. But it's gonna be." Deku says, "It's for the best." And his hands begin to glow with green lightning and the green light. All Might, be ready. And he plus at Goku. He places it on All Might's wound, pressing it as hard as he can. All Might begins to feel a surge of power going through him. All Might's eyes glow white. Deku's eyes glow white with a halo. And Deku says, "Restore." And Deku restores All Might to his former body. That means former everything. That means All Might is always buff now, like he used to be. Deku says, "All Might, I did it!" And then All Might looks in the mirror and says, "Izuku Midoriya." I don't know what to say. Deku says, or Izuku says, "All Might, I know I we're not ready yet for one, all for one, but when the time comes, we can take him out, alright?" Deku says, if you guys are wondering why, like, Deku's, like, so much calmer and smarter in this, is because the quirk changed his nature of Deku. But other than that, let's get back into it. Deku says, "All Might, we could be the hero. We could be, I could be the next symbol of peace. I could be your successor." All Might says, "Yes, you could, young Midoriya. Yes, you could." Deku would easily get to 1A. Easily get to 1A. I'm not even talking about, like, now let's get into that's basically all. Go. Okay, so this is what happens next. Deku, Deku was walking down the hallway and sees Tokoyami in the bathroom. He goes in to say hi, and then he hears Tokoyami talking to himself in the mirror. Deku just stays and listens. Why? Why do I have to be a bird head? I want to change. I'm tired of getting bullied because of my head. Deku walks in and says, "I can change it for you, if you really want me to." She's Tokoyami basically says, "If you really can, do it right now." Deku's hands begin to glow, and Deku changes him into he changes him into I don't know, hear me. And he says, "You can still use your quirk, and I modified your quirk even better, so your Dark Shadow will be easier to tame. Now you can use your Dark Shadow at will." Deku says this with confidence, not knowing that a villain that's not canon into the story, but I added him in, is listening with his quirk called. He can basically pick up sound or quirk, the sound, and mimic that quirk, or he can hear the sound of a quirk and mimic it, or a sound of somebody's voice and mimic it. It's basically an OP quirk. Because his father's quirk was to hear and be able to speak in people's voices if they hear it, and his mom was hear quirk, see a quirk, and be able to use it. And he actually saw this quirk, changing somebody's facial structure. So he walks into a base full of villains, and he sees a villain with burnt marks and with black hair, and says, "Lord, I'm I'm ready." And he changes all the burnt marks on that person. That person looks at the screen with his evil blue eye and says, "You did good. Thanks." And then the guy says, "Thanks, Lord Doppy." And that's where I'm going to be ending this part off. If you guys want to see some more parts of what if Deku was the reincarnation of God, you can see. I'm going to be dropping um, a sneak peek of my next what if on my TikTok, so check it out at cloaked cloaked wolf cloaked underscore wolf YT if you want to see some more what ifs. And the sneak peek will come out later today. And I'm telling you now, it has nothing to do with Attack on Titan or My Hero or Dragon Ball. Okay, it's an Naruto what if. Okay, see you later.